Yeah.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to the Theyouthspeaktoday, where we change narratives. My name is Alexander Akinleye, and with me here are my co-host, by my right here,
Daniel.
and on my left.
Hello everyone, I'm Oluwabusayo Makinde.
Ibe Paul is my name.
Alright guys, so I'm actually excited to be on the show today, and I'm sure you are too. Alright, so today we'll be talking about something very, very interesting, something that we can all relate with, and it's in sync with the current election season that we are in right now. So what we'll be talking about is, should people be antagonized for their choice of candidates? Think about that. Is it right or is it wrong? So we'll be talking about it. I'll be conversing with my fellow hosts about what we feel about this, and we're sure you're going to learn one or two things. And don't forget, you can drop your comments too, as we proceed. All right, so guys, what do you think about it? Let me start with you, Sally. Do you think people should be antagonized for their choice of candidates?
Of course, no. The answer is no. Although I know that Nigerians, normally we are violent. We are aggressive. Yes, we are aggressive. But because we practice a democratic system of government, we need to learn to be tolerant.
Okay.
We need to tolerate each other. People will not always buy your idea. And I know how we can all be aggressive about the fact that you believe one candidate is the best, but who is best for you may not be best for others. You need to respect everyone's opinion, and that is why democracy is very important, because it gives us choice. Why do you want to take somebody's choice?
Choice, the key word. Thank you for that. Osami has pointed out the power of choice. Everybody gets choice. Nice. Let's go on to Busayo.
Okay, like Tosami said, we have the right to vote and be voted for. And we also have the right to support who we think is right for the job. What I think you can do is you can just try to reason with the person that, okay, this is why I feel this candidate is better, but not antagonizing that person. Just try to make the person understand, see reasons why maybe the person you prefer is better than the other person prefers, but don't try to now impose it on that person. Don't try to antagonize because the person is supporting the particular person. You guys like, this person is dumb. Like, why would you be supporting the person? Like, are you even okay at all? Like, really? No.
Alright, so Paul, let's hear from you.
Of course, the answer is no. But where I will have an issue with such individual is if your reason for choosing a candidate is not pure.
But actually, Paul, does it matter? Like, the person can still choose whoever they want to choose, no matter their reason.
Yes, you can choose, you can make your choice as far as you're of age. Once the age of 18, you can make your choice. But I won't really antagonize you. Where I want to come in is the fact that maybe you are making a choice based on the things, the perks you are receiving.
Okay.
Do you understand? You know it can. When you know that this individual's choice is corrupt. Do you know there's a corrupt choice? When you know such individual is making a corrupt choice, then for me, I won't antagonize you. I'll just advise. I'll just counsel you. I'll make you see, just like what Busayo has said.
Nice.
So that's what I just have to say.
Thank you for that, Paul. Thank you everyone for the wonderful submission. Now, thinking about it, you actually know that it is a game of the predators. How many of you have watched Nat Geo Wild? When you see that when predators want to hunt their prey, what they do, they first start what they call confusion. Do you know that actually we are all on the same team? Whether you belong to Obedient, Emilokon, and whatever camp you pitch your tent with, we are all on the same side. The voice of the people. We are all on the same side. You understand? So we need to have that in our mind. We need to understand that before we start talking about it. All right, so moving forward, we've had, okay, it's bad, right? That's just it. It's
terrible.
Now, looking at it, as Nigerians, because we are not speaking out of as external people, we are speaking as Nigerians. We are in the middle of all these things. So let me ask you guys, what are those things that you see in a candidate before you say, okay, this is the guy I'm gonna vote for? Before you say this is the person, what are those things that you tick? tick, tick. You know, let's start with Paul. You know,
My brother, you call me first.
yeah.
Oh, anyway, what I just have to say is that first, as an individual, I must go with the person that has a vision. I mean, vision that will help every individual, regardless of gender, regardless of tribe, regardless of religion, regardless of whether small or great.
Okay.
Make sure, as someone coming out for a position, you have a manifesto that will carry everyone along, carry both the Christians along, carry both the Muslims, carry both the Babalawos along. You understand? Because we are all citizens, just like
Yes,
citizens.
we're in a
You
federal
understand?
system. Yeah.
Now, you should also make sure your manifesto is not corrupt. Corrupt in the sense that you are not wanting to maybe brainwash the people at the moment. And when you come into the power, you now see it as profit and loss.
Like we have
You now
seen in
see
the
it as an
past,
opportunity to make profit. You understand? So, number one, whosoever that is coming in should make sure his manifesto is what carrying everyone along, regardless of age and wheresoever.
Very, very, very succinct. Thank you very much for that. So Paul has mentioned his vision first. Someone that will lead you, a leader must what? Be a person of vision. Or else if he does not have a vision, we won't end in the ditch, which is not what we can afford right now as Nigerians. So Busayo.
Okay, I agree with what Paul said, vision, but Paul said about the vision. But what I think is that manifesto, nobody will give a bad manifesto, honestly. Everybody will say good things that they will
Beautiful.
do. Everybody will say good things that they will do for us and everything. We'll be like, wow, oh my God, so nice. Later, okay, I feel first year they'll be going, second year like this. They might just want to keep us in first year. So I just feel that anybody that wants to lead us must have experience in these things, and we must have seen in his past tenure or the past tenure that he is actually capable of voting him or her in. So you must have experience, and we must see that you've ruled right in your previous tenure if you have. So, but although people might be saying out of somebody that wants to go for the first time,
Exactly.
we must see your character that okay, this person can actually do this. I'm sure we will have been here, maybe a public figure, maybe a philanthropist or something. You don't just come from somewhere now. You must know that your past records are good. You're a person of good character and can lead us right if we vote you in.
Nice, thank you so much. So one of the things I can pick out from all that Busayo said is character. That person must be someone of a tested character. Okay, over to Tosari.
Okay, I'm going to say the person must be competent and accountable.
Sure.
Because I think that is the areas which our leaders, our current leaders, are kind of lacking. I think they are not, most of them, not all of them, are not competent and are not accountable. So we need someone like that because Nigeria, even though our economy is bad and all, but there are some areas that we are underutilizing. So I think if we have competent hands in power, we will do more as a nation. And we need someone that is accountable. Because sometimes the leaders we have, when we ask them, okay, what are you guys using our money for? Sometimes they can't even account for the money that we borrow. Because I know Nigeria is owing a lot of debt. I can't remember what Buhari is the money for. I'm being honest. And with what is on the internet, we see that in many years to come, we will still be servicing those debts. And I'm sure that the new leaders that will come up, let me not say I'm sure, there is a probability that they will even take more debt also, because them too, they will say they have one project or the other they want to do. I think we need competent hands on deck, and I hope that these elections give us.
Tosami, sorry Alex, let me just chip in. Still on the debt issue, you know, recently though it's a bit long. I saw it on the news that we are owing 19 billion naira. I don't know who Nigeria is owing actually.
Not Naira. Are you sure it's Naira?
No, Naira. This case is Naira.
Okay.
I don't know if we are owing an individual or a nation. I don't understand. But you know, mathematicians they gather together and they made calculation and said if it is 19 trillion naira, it means an individual is owing 200,000. So I was now asking myself, when did I go and collect
Where did you borrow
of 200,000 naira? You know, it is for everyone. The breakfast belongs to we all. And let me just stop here.
Okay, guys. So the next thing we'll be doing right now is I want us to try out a comparative analysis based on logic. Because if I'm for a party and you're for a party, if for any reason I feel that you have not made the best choice, I should be able to give you logical reasons why I feel that, okay, you're making a mistake with that candidate. So we're going to be doing a little practical. You know, I would feel that people should go about all these things. You understand? We see things differently. All right, so we're going to be starting with the three presidential aspirants. You know, we know for APC we have Jagaban, you know, aka Emiloko, Tinubu, and we have you know, the Labour Party. We have the obedient, you know, Peter
Obedient
Obi.
and useful.
All right, you got that. And then we have the last one,
Atiku.
PDP. That's Atiku. You know, the man that. Well, let me say, we'll fire more. All right, so let's start with the lady in the white. All right, Busayo. You know, let's look at APC together. The person of Tinubu. What do you think? Do you think there's hope for Nigerians? You know?
Okay, so Tinubu, looking at Tinubu, I would say Tinubu has experience because he was in power a few years back. So he has experience and he has been at the back seat, their godfather, for a while. So he really knows how things work out. Yes, he knows his game, he knows his onion well. He knows everything that is, that is around the political sector.
Yeah.
But where I have problem is Emilio Kwong, like it's your turn to rule. Like really, it's your turn to rule. Like you don't want to stay at the back, you want to come out now and take the wheel and drive it.
You know,
that's where I have problems. That's where I have issues with. Like, are the intentions pure? You have to really convince me that your intentions are pure.
Yeah.
Because that statement means a lot to me, and I'm sure
it's not in Yoruba we say that it is not your father's it's not your inheritance, not your birthright. You understand? If you feel you need to be there, you should be earn it. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So, Paul, what do you have to say?
Well,
APC,
our man, Tinubu, the man is good. But where I just have to just keep this in. I feel he's overaged. Let me use that word.
Yeah.
I feel he's overaged. It's high time he retired.
Let
you understand?
right.
Let people that has hot blood. Let people that has this strength. You get I was able to confirm this when I watched the APC primary, and I saw the way he was just moving. The energy wasn't there.
Yeah,
Go and see Tinubu 30 years ago. It's no longer the Tinubu of now.
Yeah.
There's this dryness, there's this coldness, there's this So I just feel personally, let him just go and retire.
Yeah. Like the next 48
let him just
years,
go and rest. Let him go and sleep. Let him watch us. Let him watch the younger ones like us.
And I think in agreement, let me just
yes.
I think we need someone that is actually agile, because Nigeria problem is huge. Somebody that can, that is not.
And do you know, Alex? You said this. During the time of Buhari came up and said he can do this. He didn't even consider his age. But now recently he said he's tired. That he can't wait for 2023.
Do you now see that? Do you know that we can actually say that is the problem we are having? Because when the old are not ready to look at Buhari now. If they told him to go and sit at that time, you know. Now he has had his way, and look at where we are right now. Yes. Probably maybe if we have a younger person.
Yes.
But all the same, we still wish the best man win. All right, so Sammy.
So I totally agree with Busayo when she said that Tinubu knows how to play the political game because he has been in it for a very long time. But I also have issue with his age. I think he's too old. But I know people's argument will be that President of the United States, I think that one is over 70. So I think that would be the argument. But I also had exactly, we are not in the US. In the US, a lot of things are already working.
Policies that are working.
That system is just there. The president is not. It's not like he's not doing any work, or at least it's way easier. And like you guys said, Buhari is already tired. After he has almost finished his tenure,
after Nigeria is almost in shambles.
Yes,
he's telling
us he's tired.
After 8 years,
he could have quit all this old thing after his first tenure, but he refused. I don't know why, and I don't even want to go into that. So I think Tinubu for me should have just been resting somewhere abroad and chilling. But since he decides he wants to, like you said, everybody has franchise.
Yeah, exactly. We all have a choice. So just like we said, be the best man.
Win.
All right, so we are moving on to the next. And who are we going on to? Obedience. All right. So we know
Some people are ready to talk.
All right. Okay. Looking at the Labour Party presidential aspirant, Mr. Peter Obi, he has a past too. He has been in the game. So I think I want to start from Tosami right now.
I think for me, Peter Obi, his age is an advantage, but it's not like he's way too young, but he's okay for me, at least better than the other aspirants, in my opinion, in terms of age. I think his age is okay. I give him a pass for that. I also kind of like the way the obedience thing and the useful thing is going on, but I just hope it is not a case of all talk and no work. That's what I have problems with, because we've seen a lot of candidates in the past that will make heavenly promises. Do you know God? In the time of when Buhari was trying to win, I actually thought our power supply sector was going to change.
Terrorism was going to end.
I thought we would not be hearing anything about Boko Haram. But now it's even worse. There's Boko Haram in one corner. They are bandits. They are herdsmen. It's like it even multiplied. Unknown God. They keep giving them different names that I can't even explain. So that is my only worry when it comes to Peter Obi. I know people will give this argument that he did a lot in Anambra. But Anambra is a smaller state compared to Nigeria.
Yeah, with much more diverse interests, diverse ethnicities. So we have Nigeria it's a complex nation. So if you're going to be coming into this, you need to come up with your game on. You should not be based on the past. What are you doing? And I think one thing I need to mention about him right now, I think he's doing well with his altars and going out. I think I would let some of us go into that. I think
Peter Obi, the presidential candidate for Labour Party, is for me. He has. I don't know how to say this, but in short, I know him, and I've seen most of his work so far. From the time he has been the governor of Anambra State, what he has done and how he developed certain sectors of the state then. But my prayer for him, and what I'm just like what Tosami said, I just hope he has a structure, a well-grounded structure that will make him carry Nigerians. I mean, Nigeria is a bigger family. Let me use that word. It's a bigger family. In Nigeria, we have different types of people, different mentality, different whatsoever.
And our problem is on a bigger scale.
Yes. So I just really hope he has a well-grounded structure and he has right personnel that because truth be told, they can't do that. He has good personnel that will help him move the country.
Thank you. Boo-boo.
So I've seen what Peter Obi has done. I've seen someone send a list. So I've seen things that he has done. He has actually done good works in Anambra, and that cannot be denied. But I just think that I pray people are not voting him in because they don't want him to win.
Yeah, it should not be the second option.
Don't look at an escape route that Tinubu must not win. So let's vote in Peter Obi. They're not critically looking at it that is he really the best candidate, or just looking at it as an escape route from Tinubu. And I also go in line with what Osami and Paul said, that I hope when he gets there, he doesn't just forget us after all the energy. And the youth, we're looking at someone that is, I think the youth too are also looking at someone that is a little bit average in age, like not too old like Buhari and Jagaban. So we see that Peter Obi is still young and is not, and maybe because he's not the regular Hausa guy, they just want the Igbo people to try their luck in let's see how an Igbo person can rule us.
Okay, beautiful. We've all made valid points. So we now see that no matter the tribe you belong to, no matter what religious sentiments you have, one thing stands sure for every Nigerian is that we need the best hand that we can get right now. We've seen everything, we've experienced all kinds. You understand? And so far, I think we need a new dawn. So Nigerians, we are imploring you imploring every one of us, let's all go all out there and make sure that our choices are well informed. Okay, all right, guys. So, okay, we heard about the PDP, the APC and Labour Party. Now let's move on to the PDP presidential aspirant. All right. So, what do you have to say, guys, about Atiku? Who wants to go first?
Me, I would just say that I don't think those managing Atiku's campaign stuff is doing a lot of work currently, because Obedient has taken over in terms of how they are maximizing social media. Let me put it that way. So I don't know what they are doing, but the only thing I know about Atiku right now was that he was the vice president when Obasanjo was in power. So I've not really heard him come out to say, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what... I don't know. Right now, I am not convinced in any way that Atiku can take Nigeria from where we are to where we want to. That's all I have to say.
I also agree. I was about to say the same thing, that I really don't know anything about Atiku. We're actually doing something and I've not come across it yet.
I don't think they are doing a lot.
But right now, I've not come across any Atiku campaign, so I can't really say much of what he has done or what I don't like.
Anyway, Atiku is a good person. He's a good person based on the fact that I think he's a founder of a university, and that should give him at least is a plus.
But the money is going into his pocket.
No, it's a plus based on the fact that at least he has invested somehow in education. Do you get? So let that be a hope for us, that when he gets into power,
okay, I get your point.
let it be a hope for we students that if he finds his way into power, he will make that aspect better. But all the same, I just wish PDP and all of them is best.
Okay, I think I can see Paul trying to stirring up hope, you know, for those who are supporters for the Atiku, whatever. Well, that's all fine and good. That's all fine and good. We hope you now have a changed mindset, about this entire thing. That one thing that's very important for us to understand, we are all on the same side. Now, in closing, I want us to understand something, that Nigerians, from now to 2023, this season is a season to be intelligent. Let me put it that way. We should not be foolish. I'm so sorry if that sounded harsh, but please, we need. There are some things we should throw out, when engaging these issues. We need to wake up. Now, one thing that I noticed that that is now happening, especially on social media, is that a lot of things are happening that we see that people are now rising up against themselves. That there's even tendency that it can lead to violence. I belong to this, whatever, and you are not trying to give. Yes, if there's something that I've heard from Tosami in all what she has said. She said that we should be tolerant. Tolerance is a skill. You understand? And just because we are the masses, we need to be intelligent masses. We should not be foolish. Don't be swayed by sentiments. Don't be swayed by I believe this. Let us, whatever your argument is, whatever your choice is, let it be based on logic. And I pray that truly, this affliction will not rise again.
Amen.
That 2023 will be an end to all our sufferings as a nation.
I also want to add that, I'm so sorry. I also want to add that now we've highlighted the good qualities of this candidate and the qualities that we do not so much like. So when you want to antagonize someone, remember that there are actually good qualities of this person. That's why another person is supporting the person. What you can do, like I said earlier, is just tell them that, okay, I think the person can do the work more. But you can see that every candidate has their good side and the side we don't let me call bad side, but we do not really like about that person. So there's no reason to antagonize someone, because everybody has a good side. And
everybody has a say. Yeah.
The person you have antagonized the other person for also has a bad side. Like the person,
And last, they will all settle things.
Yes.
And please, what I really want to just chip in here is that please, there is no need to antagonize it. Please just go in there, cast your vote, and clear out your conscience. That's what I just have to say.
Yes.
You guys have said everything. So there's no reason to fight anybody. Choose your candidate with your full chest.
And may the best man win.
All right, thank you so much for today. We hope you've been able to pick one of the things, and we hope that when you go out there, you have tolerance with everybody's opinion.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Until next time, we remain the Youth Speaks TV.
Bye.